Let's breathe, deep divers. Shout out to everybody who's here, everybody who's diving deep. Give thanks, like I always say. Gratitude always wins. Gratitude always wins. Let's breathe. Let's breathe, deep divers. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Shout out to everybody who's here. Peace, infinite waters, diving deep. Once again, beautiful deep divers, we are here. I hope your day is going good, and we are live. Once again, go and tell people we are live, and we got a lot to talk about. The truth frees you. Prepare yourself emotionally for what's coming. Oh yes, deep divers, shout out to everyone who's here. Hit that like button, deep divers, share the video. Hit that like button, deep divers, share the video. Hit that super chat, give thanks. Wonderful, wonderful deep diver. Shout out to all of you. Let me say a big shout out to the wonderful mastermind mentality. There will be more in this world that is to come. It has the potential to distract us and emotionally drain us. Try not to get lost in the constructs of their world. By the way, today is my 33rd birthday. Wait a minute, mastermind. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Mastermind, I got to shout out to Mastermind, because Deep Divers Mastermind reality is always supporting Infinite Waters, always supporting Infinite Waters. Like I say, so many wonderful deep divers who are here. Hit that like button, deep divers. Let me shout out to everyone who's here. Princey215, Ralph, I love you so much. You're my mentor and you inspired me to speak. I speak on my channels even when my voice shakes. I'm a deep diver forever. You are appreciated. Shout out to you. Oh, we're starting off right. Krishan Jones, you are appreciated.
Perfect. Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Shout out to all the amazing deep divers. Darlene, you are appreciated. Bettina Glover, you are appreciated. Shout out to you. Shout out to so many wonderful deep divers who are here. So many wonderful deep divers. I said, let me go live, deep divers. Let me go live and talk to you in real time, because there's so much to dive into. So much is going on right now. How you feeling today, deep divers? How you feeling today, deep divers? First and foremost, I want to tell you this, that let love guide you, not fear. That's what I always say. Let love guide you, not fear. We're living in amazing, amazing times. That's the whole paradox. What seems like the end is nothing more than a new beginning in disguise. And you see, I'm somebody who, I make videos on every single topic under the sun. I make videos on every single topic under the sun. That's me. And I don't run away from what's happening. You know, I do my videos on Infinite Waters on so many different topics. So many different topics. Relationships, food, health, nutrition, becoming your greatest version, world events. And this is how you reach a lot of people. This is how you inspire a lot of people. When you remind yourself, don't just be limited. Don't just be in a box. Someone actually said, Ralph, thanks so much for the videos. And they said this, sometimes it scares me. And I said, hey, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. Right? It was not me. What do I mean by that? What do I mean by that? Krishan Jones, you are appreciated. Deep divers, hit that super chat, reading every single comment. Hit that super chat, hit that like button. And this is what I'm saying, that there's levels to this. Levels to this. I'm a master teacher. I'm an OG in the game. Not because I say so, but because I've been doing it for a long time. I've been doing it for a long time. But I can tell you, when I first started this journey, I too was scared. Because you see, the deeper you dive, the deeper it gets. You see, you're going to see some things, like Tupac Shakur said, you're going to see some things that are going to make it hard for you to smile. You're also going to see some amazing things, but this is not for everyone. There's levels for this. There's levels to this shit. And that's why the information is not for everyone. I got videos on how to be happy. And I always say, if you're just new to Infinite Waters, watch that video. How to stay positive, how to be happy. But if you're a deep diver, we got to dive deep. Right? But it's levels. You see, everyone is at a different place. And this is what we got to remind ourselves of. You see, there are light workers, chosen ones, truth tellers who are really exposing this matrix. Now, sometimes if you're just new to the information, you hear it, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, you're scaring me. But that's only because you're not ready to face the truth. When you're facing the truth, nothing is scary, because the only way is liberation. Right? So that's how I know, because I've got so many different people who are subscribed to this channel for different reasons. But I want to remind you, there's nothing to be afraid of, but there are things to be aware of. You better prepare yourself emotionally for what's coming, because World War III is coming. Like I told you, deep divers, I'm a March 3rd, 33 Pisces. And like I said in today's video, that you have to realize everything in occult science happens in a trilogy. 1, 2, 3. Everything happens in a trilogy. Shout out to everyone who's here, deep divers. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit that super chat. Hit that like button. Hit that super chat. Shout out to everyone who's here, everyone who's diving deep. So many amazing deep divers. So let me shout out to the wonderful Sun Chrysalis. Live for the now, have a vision and step into it courageously. Keep your head high and your heart guarded. It's one love in the garden. Hey! Said Deja, Canty, you are appreciated. You are appreciated. You are appreciated. And this is what we got to remind ourselves of, deep divers, that right now we're living in great times. You know, a lot of people sometimes are afraid of what's happening. And I always say, there's nothing to be afraid of. There's absolutely nothing to be afraid of. There's everything to celebrate. The reason why we're celebrating, I'm celebrating, is because everything is coming to an end. Everything that you know, everything, like they say, everything you know, everything that you know, that you think you know, is coming to an end. Right? You heard that? Everything you know, or you think you know, is coming to an end. And this is what's happening. And this is the reason why you see World War III was trending. It's because the old ways are coming to an end. The old ways are coming to an end. And we got to remind ourselves every day that's a good thing. Let me shout out to Kaleku, you are appreciated. Ralph, I'm trying to find who I am underneath what the world has conditioned me to be. I want to reconnect with who I am at my center. Can you guide me to find myself again? That's a great question.
Perfect.
You got to remind yourself, like I said, there's levels, you know. Everything is a whole process. Everything is a whole cycle. And you've got to remind yourself, if you are a deep diver who've seen my journey, hit that like button right now. If you're a deep diver, hit that super chat. Hit that like button. Hit that super chat to let me know. If you are a deep diver who've seen infinite waters throughout the years, let me know. Because I want to tell you this. I didn't just start out of the blue. You know, a lot of people, if you've seen me on my journey, deep divers, you know that Ralph Smart has been around for a little while. And on my early journey, I was still trying to find myself. And I had to realize there's something called rites of passage. There's something called initiation. There's something called doing the wilderness walk. And that's what you have to do to find yourself. You got to do the wilderness walk. You have to really realize that it's going to be hard. It's going to be painful. It's going to be a lot of hardship. But out of that is going to come something beautiful. The reason why is because, you see, a lot of people are still afraid to be who they really are. A lot of people are still afraid to be who they really are. A lot of people are still afraid to show who they really are to the world. And that's what it's going to take. You see, you're going to have to be so sure of yourself that even the cat down the road can't distract you. Right? But that's a great question. You know, so many wonderful deep divers who are here, and we're living in great times, and we're living in crazy times. Like I said, World War III was trending today, and it's still trending. Poland was hit by a missile, and this was crazy because, you see, we got to remind ourselves of Article 5. When one NATO state gets hit, all the others jump in. So we got to remind ourselves that the world is in a very, very testing time because egos are involved, right? And you got to remind yourself that this is why you have to vibrate as much as you can in the love frequency. You have to vibrate. Visible farms, you are appreciated. I seen it. Diving deep, you are appreciated. You've got to really remind yourself to be the change you wish to see in the world. Like I say, I only came back to help. I only came back to help. That's it. I only came back to help and to raise the frequency, to remind you that the truth frees you. Prepare yourself now. You see, you're going to have to prepare yourself. And we do that by vibrating in love, by also addressing the truth. Because you got to remind yourself, deep divers, I'm a wizard. You see, I'm a wizard. Let me shout out to Isaac. You are appreciated. Shout out to Isaac. Thank you. You are appreciated. And thanks to everyone who's here. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with Infinite Waters. And we've got to remind ourselves that in this very important time on the planet, it's about being real. That's what it's about. It's not just about saying, hey, forget about what's going on, but it still exists. You see, this is what sheep want to do. Sheep want to forget that they're being led to the slaughterhouse, right? So sheep are not concerned about their fate. And that's why they get led to the slaughterhouse, because knowledge is power. So that's the reason why you want to prepare yourself emotionally for what's coming, because World War III is coming. Because like I told you, we already are in World War III. What do you think the pandemic was about? What do you think the pandemic was about? What do you think lockdown was about? What do you think COVID-19 was about? We're already in World War III, but you don't hear me though. And it's a continuation. Russia and Ukraine is only a continuation. So you got to remind yourself. That's why I told you, when people say World War III, I said it already started in 2019 with the pandemic. That was the beginning of the World War III. And that's why I told you, you should have prepared yourself back then. And you got to prepare yourself now, because it's not over. COVID isn't over. Pandemics aren't over. Social credit scores aren't over. 6G ain't over. Not 5G. They got 6G now. It's not over. MK Ultra is not over. Russia and Ukraine isn't over. So that's why I told you, prepare yourself now for what's coming, because knowledge is power. Yes, we need to wrap ourselves in love. At the same time, we shouldn't be ignorant, because you got to remind yourself right now, a lot of people want to go back to normal, but you don't realize it's the normal that created this in the first place. I don't think you heard me. Let me say that again, Deep. That was a slow motion. Slow motion this side. I said a lot of people want to go back to normal, deep divers. But it was the normal that created this in the first place, right? And this is the reason why we can't go back to what it was. We got to change, because right now, you see, that whole concept of World War III is so many things. What do you think World War III is, deep divers? You can phone a friend. Absolutely. Spiritual war, the war within. This is all part of World War III. I told you. When you remind yourself that so many artists have been passing away, even let's talk about music, right? Let's talk about music. Let's talk about people in the industry passing away. Aaron Carter. Let's talk about Takeoff from the Migos. Let's talk about Nipsey Hussle. Let's talk about Amy Winehouse. All of these people. That's World War III. Because like I told you, it's a climate which is all about people are basically, sacrifices are being taken place. Kanye West, that's World War III. Kyrie, that's World War III. But you don't hear me though. Right? This is a sign of the apocalypse. Egypt Nile, you are appreciated. Thank you, Ralph, for inspiring me, keeping me informed, teaching about thyself gratitude. You are appreciated. Deep divers, hit that like button. I want everybody here to hit that like button. Let's get this video into the algorithm. We just started the show. Also, hit that super chat, leave a comment, leave a message, support Infinite Water, support the show, and give thanks. Because like I always say, the inorganic ones, they always get supported. That's the reason why they're running the Matrix, because evil gets supported. And this is the whole thing, because when we talk about the Great War, we got to remind ourselves that World War III was funded by the general public. I don't think you heard me. World War III was funded by the general public. Because, you see, World War III is not just Russia and Ukraine. It's Takeoff from the Migos. It's the youth thinking their worth is dependent on how many TikTok views they get. That's World War III. It's women who don't like their bodies, who are hating the universe for the body they were given. That's World War III. It's people envious and jealous of other people. That's World War III. So we got to remind ourselves that when that expression demon time, that's a sign of World War III. That you see a lot of people have become so disconnected. A lot of women have become so disconnected. A lot of men have become so disconnected. That's World War III. Because I told you, the inorganic ones never take a day off. And that's the reason why the truth frees you. You see, World War III is an explosion. That's what it is. It's an atomic bomb, but it's already here. It's been here. And the only way out is in. the only way is to be a force of good instead of evil, is to be on the righteous side instead of the wicked side, is to be in your truth instead of the lies, right? It's to use your voice instead of being silent. This is how you can prepare yourself emotionally for what's coming. You see, a lot of people are going to be in for a rude awakening because, like I always tell you, the devil loves no one. Right? So remind yourself every single day, be the change that you wish to see in the world. Be the change that you wish to see in the world. Can you hear me loud and clearly, deep divers? Can you hear me loud and clearly? I said, be the change that you wish to see in the world. Because this is the greatest secret. Shout out to everyone who's here. Everybody who's diving deep. Can you hear me loud and clearly, deep divers? If you can, say yes. Shout out to everyone who's here. So many wonderful deep divers. Hit that like button. I know you can hear me. I know you can hear me loud and clear, deep divers, because the truth can't be silenced. 1111, you are appreciated. RQKQ, you are appreciated. Shout out to you. So many wonderful deep divers who are here. And reading every single comment, deep divers. Hit that super chat. Get your comment featured on Infinite Waters. Hit that super chat, deep divers. Give thanks. Let's start the show off with gratitude. Destiny, you are appreciated. Can you explain the dangers of cell phones, big tech, and social media? Eternal gratitude and much love. Well, definitely. You got to remind yourself that a cell phone emits radiation. Now, many people that work for big tech will tell you cell phones are harmless. You know, the truth of the matter is, you have to realize anything can be harmless and anything can be dangerous. You see, there's something called myopia. And the reason why a lot of people have myopia, it's grown exponentially, is because people are staring at screens 24/7. Young children, teenagers, babies, 8, 9 years old are staring at screens. So by the time they're 18, by the time they're 30, they got to wear glasses. These glasses, I got these glasses, deep divers. I don't even need glasses, but I got these glasses. Do you know why I got these glasses? Let's go. Did I get these glasses? A, because I want to look cool. B, because it's my birthday. C, because I got money. Or D, because they help my eyes out. You can phone a friend, deep divers. You can ask the audience. Ask the cat down the road. Absolutely. I got these glasses because I'm, got to protect my eyes. You need the blue light glasses, right? You can see the purple. That's the blue light. That's the chrysopravasia. Woo! I always say, deep divers, invest in some blue light glasses. Invest in some blue light glasses. Even if you don't wear glasses, buy a pair of blue light glasses because they actually protect your eyes from mobile phones, computer screens. Even when you're walking around at night, you got these bright lights. If you wear these blue lights, it's going to protect your eyes because a lot of these artificial lights are actually hurting people's eyes. That's why myopia is on the rise, right? So cell phones, that's why they can be dangerous. But I always say it's also a tool. It depends how you use it, A lot of cell phones have got a lot of people in trouble, because everything is being recorded. People are monitoring you. So you got to remind yourself, if you switch off your phone, I'm sure you'll find a better connection. But it's addictive. I know. I'm addicted too. I got to switch it off. And I do most of the time. But you see, I'm of the generation where I was able to turn off a phone. You know, I know a lot of people right now, they're not able to turn off their phone. I know a lot of people right now, they sleep with their phone. It's their heart connection. They sleep with their phone like, hey, it's my phone. And I always tell you, your phone can be the biggest trap in disguise. Dimitri, you are appreciated. I share the same values as you. I'm Ukrainian and my heart is in pain, and my brothers and sisters in war with each other. Awareness, love, and harmony vibrations would prevent this war from happening. Hey. Absolutely. And that's the thing, you know, there are a lot of people in Ukraine who want the war to end, you know, and that's what it's always about. You know, I want to remind you that war is never a good thing. War is never a good thing. And it's wonderful that you're saying no to war. You know, deep divers. 1 second. Let's raise the frequency. Let's raise the frequency. Let's raise the frequency. Once again, hit that like button, deep divers, share the video, and let's raise the frequency. I'm so happy. The whole world is just beginning. We already won. It's about us all. So many beautiful deep divers here. It's a choice. Wonderful, wonderful deep divers. So, like I say, shout out to everyone who's here. Everybody who's diving deep. Everybody who's diving deep. Oh, we can do it again. So shout out to everybody who's here, deep divers. Everybody who's diving deep. Once again, hit that like button. And Dimitri, like I say, a lot of people who are in Ukraine. I know a lot of people who are in Ukraine. I know a lot of people who are in Russia. And the average person just wants peace. But you got to remind yourself that many times the reason why war happens is because there's profit to be made. In many cases, war is a big money-making machine. And that's why I always say choose love over everything. Choose love over everything. Star Dog, you are appreciated. Giving abundant thanks and gratitude from Miami. Hey. You are appreciated. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. So like I said, deep divers, the truth frees you. Prepare yourself now for what's coming. Prepare yourself emotionally for what's coming. The great Krishnamurti said, it's no measure of health to be well adjusted to a profoundly sick society. It is no measure of health to be well adjusted to a profoundly sick society. And this society is sick. And what you see around you are just symptoms. What you see around you are just symptoms. What you see around you are just symptoms. And that's why healing is so essential. You know, healing on all levels, coming back to yourself is the secret. Because if you don't, this is what happens. When people neglect themselves, wars happen. Because it's a lot easier to fight someone outside of you than to say, actually, let me take a look at myself and fight the demon within. Oh my gosh. That was a slow motion. Slow motion this side. I said, it's a lot easier to fight someone outside of you than to face who's inside of you, the demon within, right? So that's the reason why we've all got to take a look within, because sometimes we think the enemy is outside, right? So many times people think the enemy is outside. In actuality, the enemy is always within. The enemy always is within. The enemy is always within. And that's the reason why I always say, don't look outside for your enemies. You'll find them all inside of you. Once you make peace with yourself, you will no longer have enemies. Right? But like I said, World War III is not just Russia and Ukraine. World War III was the pandemic. World War III was COVID-19. World War III was Takeoff getting killed. But World War III was all of these things happening. Right? So we got to remind ourselves of the times we're in. Because a lot of people have become zombies. A lot of people have become zombies. A lot of people have become heartless. And this is the perfect ingredients for wars to take place. Because you got to remind yourself, like I told you, everything is symbolic. Soldier means soul dire. And that's the reason why all of the wars that take place, because like I told you, the world is in World War III right now. All of this that's taking place is coming from ignorance, ego, and greed. Ignorance, ego, and greed. And that's why it's only going to grow more until people say, you know what? Let's go back to the heart. And that's the whole thing. To go back to the heart takes, you got to be on a high frequency. You got to be on a high vibration. It's hard if you're on a low frequency to get to the heart, because it's higher. It's higher, right? The low frequency is fear. It's easy to be there. It's easy to be in a state of war. It's a lot harder to be in a state of love. The reason why it's easy to be in a state of war is because you have a reptilian brainstem. You have a reptilian brainstem. You see, human beings are still animals. Human beings are still animals, right? And this is the thing. You have a godlike quality, but at the same time, you're still connected to mammals. And when you remind yourself that a lot of people don't realize they have a reptilian brainstem. So sometimes, I'm a psychologist deep diver. Sometimes you wonder, okay, why do human beings kind of change all of a sudden? They go from hot to cold. And that's because they have the primal brain. They have a primal brain, reptilian brainstem. which bypasses the neocortex. So it's almost as if someone sees you and you have this fight or flight. That's the reptilian brainstem. And that's what most of the planet is in. They're not in the neocortex. They're in the reptilian brainstem. And that's the reason why the inorganic ones know this. So they cater to your reptilian brain. So if you go on these internet sites, you're only going to find things that stimulate your reptilian brainstem. And that's the reason why you gotta elevate beyond that. Because at our core, we have a reptilian brain. And that means we're no different from the reptiles. That means we're no different from the reptiles. And that's the reason why you've got to become more than that. You've got to say, actually, I don't want to be a reptilian. I don't want to be like a reptile. I want to be in my God power. Because a lot of people have become disconnected. Like I told you. Can I do the old slow motion? Deep divers, once again, hit that like button. Hit that like button. Share this video. Hit that like button. Share this video. We just started. Hit that super chat. Hit that like button. Share this video. Hit that super chat. Hit that like button. Hit that super chat. Give thanks. Deep divers, reading every single comment. So, like I said, you know, a lot of the world was like in that kind of shock moment when, you know, Poland got hit, because people are like, okay, this could go into Article 5, right? And this is the reason why the world is on eggshells right now. Because you see, people don't realize when one thing happens, it's going to take a long time to heal. Healing takes longer than what happens to you. That's a slow motion. Right? Healing takes longer than what happens to you. So a lot of the world is in a deep state of trauma. A lot of the world is in a deep state of trauma. And you've got to heal from the trauma. And that takes time. You see, you can't just do it in a day. And the thing is, humanity hasn't even gone on the healing journey yet, because it's still caught up in war. And that's the thing. Like I said, there's no winners in war. And, you know, right now it's all about preparing yourself just to be on that high frequency, preparing yourself just to be in your divine purpose, because then everything falls into place. Everything falls into place. You see, one of the hardest things a lot of people have is this fear. And the fear stops people. I don't want to be different, Ralph. I want to be the same as everyone else. And this is the reason why people do and commit atrocities. Because they don't want to think for themselves. And when you start really thinking for yourself, when you really start going within, everything changes. Everything changes for the better. And that's the reason why it's so important right now to not just be a sheep, but instead roar like a lion. Because it's so important right now to do that. So important right now. You know, like I say, when Einstein dropped helped create the atomic bomb. He said, I've created a monster. And we've got to remind ourselves that this doesn't have to be the reality. This can be the reality. But you have to make sure you're tuning into that frequency. And you have to make sure that you're not afraid to talk about what's going on. Because it's not going to change it. But if you do talk about it, it can change it. Shout out to everyone who's here, deep divers. You are appreciated. Everybody who's diving deep. And once again, hit that like button, deep divers. Hit that like button, share the video. Let's raise the frequency. Hit that like button, hit that super chat. Let's get some wisdom from Chaos Steve.
You are now in the mix.
We live in a society where people hate their jobs. Media and wrong nutrition take away our faith in God. They changing our thoughts, how can you say this ain't a plot? And if we don't react, we can expect that our brains will rot. See, every one of us got a purpose, now go and find it. Actually, you don't have to look for it if you're open-minded. Everything's connected, but the way we live is so divided. I'm just trying to enlighten you, cause the human focus blinded. Your thoughts are responsible for how you perceive your life. Humans got different opinions, so do what you believe is right. Religions were invented to control and to make people fight. Why should I go to church? I just talk to God if I need advice. Fuck the separation, we're supposed to be a unity. Too many shady intentions, no one cares about you and me. I became suspicious, don't even eat the food I used to eat. Don't get manipulated and be careful what you choose to be. People always tell you what you can, but it's wrong. You should never really give a damn if you're strong. Listen to your heart. Listen to your heart. No matter what they say, hold on to your dream, cause anything is possible as long as you breathe. Listen to your heart. Listen to your heart. Look, if you wanna achieve something, you don't need massive luck. If it's something you really want, then all you need to have is guts. Your subconscious mind and thoughts are shaping your reality, so own it yourself if you ain't satisfied with your salary. See, everything you do should be done with enthusiasm. Love is important too, and do never ever lose your passion. Enjoy the moment and stay away from things you can't control, and focus on the news if you really want to expand your soul. They only show us all the negative things that happen now. The problem we have is the false knowledge that's getting passed around. All these people who control the world are really selfish beasts, making us insecure and taking away our self-esteem. I'm the only person I know who questions his existence. Maybe it's my purpose to spread the truth with explicit wisdom. I will be glad if I could make this planet a better place. And if you got the same intention, then you shouldn't hesitate. People always tell you what you can, but it's wrong. You should never really give a damn if you're strong. Listen to your heart. Listen to your heart. No matter what they say, hold on to your dream, cause anything is possible as long as you breathe. Listen to your heart. Listen to your heart. Start to live in harmony and stop to live in doubt and fear. Find a reason to smile instead of drowning in 1,000 tears. Ask your heart for advice so you won't regret your chosen path. Everybody needs motivation, you can't be too old for that. Showing gratitude is necessary for your future goals. You need to learn from your losses, but you should never lose your hope. Satan was created by humans to make us feel afraid. They're trying to confuse us so we don't even know what's real and fake. Listen closely to your heart so no one can control your mind. Don't believe everything just cause you hear it from an older guy. Don't get me wrong, I don't say that everything you've been told's a lie, but there are a lot of people who wanna say your soul is mine. You gotta protect it, ensure that your heart is guiding you. If you follow your intuition, it's easy to find the truth. Don't let your ego hinder you from living your life in peace. So you will never reach your full potential if your mind is weak. People always tell you what you can, but it's wrong. You should never really give a damn if you're strong. Listen to your heart. No matter what they say, hold on to your dream, cause anything is possible as long as you breathe. Listen to your heart. Listen to your heart. People always tell you what you can, but it's wrong. You should never really give a damn if you're strong. Listen to your heart. Listen to your heart.
Oh yes, shout out to Chaos Steve. Shout out to everyone who's here, deep divers. Once again, hit that like button, hit that super chat, deep divers. Prepare yourself emotionally for what's coming. And I already put out a video, and I always want to remind you, deep divers, gratitude is what's got me here. Gratitude is what keeps me here. Gratitude, right? I just said, hey, let me just connect with deep divers in live times, because we're going through a lot of real times right now, you know, where a lot of things are getting ready to take place. And that's the reason why you want to make sure you're prepared. You want to make sure you're doing that inner work, because wars are brewing. Big wars are brewing, and it's inevitable. And you've got to remind yourself that this is how it has to be, because the matrix is collapsing. Shout out to everyone who's here, deep divers, everybody who's diving deep. Everybody who's diving deep. And in fact, I might just be going live from now on. So one of the things I said is that, you know, you don't want to just believe everything you read, because when Poland was hit, a lot of people said, okay, Russia hit Poland. In actuality, it appears that it was actually a Ukrainian missile, an accident or whatever. So this is what happens when we talk of war. There's a lot of propaganda, a lot of misinformation, and you have to remind yourself that there's no winners of war. Everybody loses. And the war is not just, it's not just happening in Russia and Ukraine. It's happening in your own life. It's a battle going on with yourself, and you have to make sure you're grounded. You have to make sure you're balanced. You have to make sure you're all of those things, because that's how you can really win the war. What time is it, deep divers? What time is it, deep divers? What time is that, deep divers? Right? Oh yes, shout out to everyone who's here, everybody who's diving deep. Everybody who's diving deep. So that's the thing, deep divers, like really remind yourself right now, we're living in a very powerful time. It's that 11:11, baby. It's that 11:11. So just remind yourself that when you are the change you wish to see in the world, everything happens for the best. You know, a lot of people right now have disappeared. You know, a lot of people right now have disappeared. Like I told you, you're going to see more of that, because there were a lot more people in the awakening. M. Gibson, you are appreciated. Shout out to you. You are appreciated. There were a lot more people in the awakening. But a lot, like I told you, when you don't support those who are doing it, nobody's going to support you. You know, I'm already an OG, over 4,000 videos. I already have created a legacy that will last eternity. But you see, there should be ones coming behind me. There should be people coming behind Infinite Waters. But you're not seeing a lot of these people around. And the reason why is because people never gave thanks. See, that's how the door gets opened. You see, that what the ancients knew is that someone has to pass you the torch. Someone passed me the torch. That's why I said, okay, thanks. He said, okay, one day, Ralph, you're going to inspire millions of people. You're going to be wealthy beyond measure, be in love, be in health. Great things will happen. He passed me the torch. And I had to say, thank you, mentor. But in these days and times, a lot of people think they know it all. They don't want to learn from mentors, teachers, guides. This is the reason why a lot of the youth is lost. A lot of people are lost because they lack gratitude. When I was coming up, I was grateful. I was grateful just to share, just to learn from other people who were already doing it. And they passed the torch to me. But in this day and age, people don't realize that tradition to say, okay, for you to elevate, you have to pay homage. You have to give thanks. That's how you go to the next level. A lot of people came to me and they said, Ralph, I watch your videos. Thank you so much. Can you help me? I said, yes. A lot of these people, I won't even mention their names, very big influencers. They were humble enough to say, hey, Ralph, can you help me? I said, yes. And they were able to pay homage, and that's why I helped them open the door. And that's how it always works. You see, we never open the door by ourselves. Someone helps us open the door. Leslie11, you are appreciated. We never open the door by ourselves. Someone helps us open the door. And if you remind yourself of this, great things happen. Great things happen. You know, a lot of humanity is almost in this mindset of, hey, a lot of the youth are, I don't need anyone to teach me. It's a TikTok generation where everyone thinks they knows what's best. And this is the reason why people are lost. There's no guidance. That's why the music is of a low frequency, a low vibration, because people are lost. And that's what happens. When there's no guidance, what happens? When there's no guidance, when there's no guidance, the youth can't build. They can't grow because there's nothing for them to be inspired by. The youth aren't inspired by you. You've let them down. You disappointed them. They can't look up to you because look at you. And that's the reason why they say, you know what? I'm taking matters into my own hands. I'm going to do whatever I want. I don't want to listen to you because you didn't give them the knowledge to succeed in this world. And that's why Tupac Shakur said, the hate you give little infants F's everybody. Right? That's thug life, right? That's what he was saying, that basically the hate that you give little infants F's everybody. And that's the reason why you have to love the youth. You got to pay homage to those children to say, actually, they're the future. Don't look down on them. Give them the information they need so they can become geniuses, greats. Someone took me under their wing and said, you know what, Ralph, I see you've got potential. One day you're going to inspire millions of people. I believe in you. And that's the reason why I'm here today. Because I had OGs, I had mentors, I had people who were saying, Ralph, you got something. And they didn't look down on me. They helped me to say, hey, you can do this. Right? So always remind yourself of that. Shout out to everyone who's here, Deep Divers. Hit that like button, Deep Divers. Hit that like button. Hit that super chat. Let's talk about it. So many wonderful deep divers who are here. Let me shout out to the wonderful Mecca Ann. You are appreciated. You're always appreciated, Mecca Ann. Shout out to all the deep divers who are here as well. Mecca Ann, make love, not war. Giving thanks. Gratitude, Ralphie. Face red heart shape. One love. One heart. Can we do a little samba, baby? Hey, Mecca Ann, you are so appreciated. Like I say, I got to shout out to Mecca Ann because you're always supporting Infinite Waters. Always supporting Infinite Waters. And I support you. I honor you. I'm grateful for you. And I'm grateful to every single deep diver who is diving deep. You know, I always say I got to do these lives just to remind you, that, hey, what is the most important thing is our one humanity over this artificial insanity. That's the most important thing. Leslie 11, you are appreciated again. And that's the most important thing. Always. Our one humanity over this artificial insanity. And, you know, a lot of people right now are really starting to see the world in a very different way, you know, because it's been a long time for a lot of people to kind of connect the dots, you know, and this is what's happening ultimately. You know, people are starting to see the breakdown. People are starting to see that it's all a big joke, you know, and that's a good thing. Like I told you, don't be afraid of the breakdown. Be ready for the breakthrough. That was a slow motion. I said, don't be afraid of the breakdown. Be ready for the breakthrough. Don't be afraid of the breakdown. Be afraid of the breakthrough. And everything is breaking down right now. Everything is breaking down. And it's time to really be in your power. That's what it's always about. It's time to say, you know what? It's okay if it breaks down. Because something greater is going to be born out of it. Shout out to everyone who's here, deep divers. Once again, hit that like button. Shout out to everyone who's here. Let me shout out to Me Movement. You are appreciated. You are appreciated, King. Thank you for going live. Let love guide you, not fear. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let love guide you always. Always let love guide you. And one of the biggest things, deep divers, right now, we've got to remind ourselves that it's like a marathon. And this is the reason why I said it's not about how hard you go. It's not about how hard you go. All you got to do is go. And that's why I say this, because, you know, in this day and time, a lot of people think that it's about getting millions of people just to watch you. I already had that, but that fades away. What's the most important thing is that you are authentic to your true purpose. And if you do that, you're always going to be around. Because you see, one of the biggest things right now is a lot of people, they want attention. You see it on TikTok, you see it on Instagram. And I met someone, they're like, I want to be famous, right? And I said, oh, famous for what? And that's the question you really want to ask yourself. Famous for what? What do you want to be famous for? See, a lot of people want to be known. I say, what for? Why would you want to be famous? That's no fun. Why do you want to go viral? That's no fun. Why do you want millions of people to watch your video? That's no fun. Why do you want millions of subscribers? That's no fun. What makes it fun is that you got a message. That's a difference. Do you have a message? You see, there's a big difference. If you have a message, now we're talking. But you see, a lot of people say, I just want to be TikTok famous. I want to be Instagram famous. But what are you doing? Where's your body of work? You see, imagine, you know why? Because it's a lot harder to do. It's a lot harder to go viral, to inspire millions from a message. It's a lot harder to do that. Shout out to everyone who's here. Salvatore, you are appreciated. Raise the vibration. Absolutely. All day, every day. All day, every day. That's what we're doing. And it's a lot harder to do that. You know, it's a lot harder to make it go viral, to make consciousness go viral to the mainstream, because a lot of people are so plugged in, so programmed. Let me shout out to Empress. You are appreciated. Shout out to you. Thank you for that. Thank you for sharing your knowledge, wisdom, and motivation with us. You are truly appreciated for all that you give. And that's why I always say I always give 110%, deep divers. And that's why I always say, because I'm in the OG level. I'm at the OG level, not because I say so, but just how it is. Because I've been around for so long and I've seen so much. I'm at the OG level, where the OG level is that you create something, you don't even check. You don't even check how many likes it gets. You're on to the next one. I don't even check how many likes a video gets. I don't check how many views it gets. All I do is just create content. That's it. I'm on to the next one. Because we're living in critical times. There's no time for narcissism. There's no time for just idolizing yourself. We got work to do. We got work to do. And that's the difference. You see, a lot of people, when you create something, you want to say, okay, I've created something. You want to look at it. You want the world to love it. And that's the trap. See, a lot of people don't. That's why a lot of artists suffer from depression. Right? That's why a lot of creatives suffer from depression, because you're still waiting for the external validation. It's a trap. See, I don't care if a video gets 50 views. In fact, I enjoy it, because I always say, I'm enjoying what I'm doing. So I had to learn along my early journey that that's the most important thing, that you're staying true to yourself. You see, we're in a world right now where people want more. They think more is better. More TikTok views, more TikTok followers, more views, more this, more that, more. But that's the reason why a lot of people are empty, because it's not just about more. It's about more of the message. That's the difference. It's not just about more. It's about more of the message. And that's the biggest difference, you know, because like I say, when you've been around for a little while, you begin to see how this whole thing goes, and you begin to realize that the most important thing is the message. That's the most important thing, is the message. And that's why I say, I already put out a video, but I said, hey, let me do a live stream. Tomorrow there's going to be another video, then another video, then another one, and another one. And we're never going to stop. We can't stop, won't stop. Got to keep it moving. We don't run out of gas. I said we don't run out of gas, deep divers. The gas tank is infinitely full, right? The gas tank is infinitely full. Like I say, we're living in great times of change, and prepare yourself for what's coming, because you see, a lot of the times we've got to remind ourselves, like I said, healing takes longer than what happened to you. Healing takes longer than what happened to you. So let's just say someone slaps you across the face. Let's just say some of your family died in a war, like what's happening with Russia and Ukraine. Do you know that's going to cause generational pain? Do you know how many people have been evacuated from their home? And they're not going to get over that. It's going to be in their bloodline to say, hey, we hate these people. This is the reason why war never ends the day we say it's over. It keeps going on and on and on, because it's a tit for tat. The only way out is in. The love frequency can end all wars. But to do that, you've got to be mature. You've got to end separation, because a lot of people are separated. My country is better than yours. I told you. Race is an illusion created by Blumen back in 1796, the German anthropologist who, to justify the slave trade, created this categories of different skulls to define people's intelligence. It was a whole load of nonsense, right? So they've been trying to divide you, because they know that a lot of people are sheep, and they know that sheep love to be in a certain group. But you see, lions don't mind being alone. And that's the difference. In a world full of sheeps, choose to be a lion. In a world full of sheeps, choose to be a lion. If you've ever gone around your city, deep divers, I know there's a lot of empaths who are here. Just take a look at people. Take a look at people, because I know a lot of you can feel the energy of other people. Take a look at people. Say, are these people really happy? Are these people self-aware? That's the question. What do you think? In a lot of these cities, are these people self-aware? And the reason why it's important is because a lot of people are merely existing. They're not really living. They're merely existing. And that's the most dangerous kind of person, because they don't even know who they are. And when they wake up, all hell is going to break loose. All hell is going to break loose, because like I told you, they got to go through the breakdown first before the breakthrough. And that's the reason why you can help these people, because everyone you see in the matrix, in the cities, wherever you are, they're still plugged into the dream world. They're going to have to wake up, and the waking up is going to be tough. It's going to be a hard pill to swallow, because what that means is that your entire life prior is up for questioning. Your entire life before was a big lie. And this is why a lot of people don't want to wake up to that. They would rather be fast asleep in their dream world. But you see, sometimes the universe just gives you a gift to say, wake up, right? And when it does, it kind of destroys everything that you once knew. In a way, it's amazing, but it's also a great time to let go. And it's a big process of letting go. And a lot of people don't want to let go. They would rather just live their life, Netflix and chill. I could just do that. I could just do that, right? Not make any videos, just live my life for myself. I could do that, because like I told you, deep divers, I'm abundant. I'm wealthy beyond measure. I'm the wealthiest man alive. Right? Right? So But I say I got a job to do. I got a job to do because I can see the state of the world. I can see that the world is in big trouble. And, you know, I just say, hey, I came back to help. I came back to help. Envy, you are appreciated. Love you, Ralph, and all. Blessed to be here. Hey, you are appreciated. Shout out to everyone who's here. So that's the thing. We got to remind ourselves every single day that we all could be doing something. And if you are here, I want to salute all of you who are here on this live stream, because you could have been anywhere, but you're here because you're all about the change. You're all about raising the frequency. And that's the thing, you know, sometimes people get it confused. People think that people who share, like myself and other people, they think that this is our job, right? They think that this is what we're here. We just got to do this and do this every day. People expect, I expect a video. You don't realize that I just make these videos because I like to do them. I don't have to make any videos at all. I'm a #1 best-selling author, right? I do consultations every day. RalphSmart.com. Been doing that for over 10 years. Private consultations. That's what I do. I make videos as well to inspire you. I'm a psychologist, a criminologist, all of these things. But like I say, when I'm making videos, it's not because someone is forcing me to do it or it's a job. It's out of the love of my heart to say, you know what, let me share with these deep divers. Because the world is in big trouble. The world is in big trouble. And right now, we need people to be selfless, to come up, to help other people. That's what I'm here to do. And I'm a Pisces, deep divers. You know, Pisces are the healers of the zodiac. Pisces are the healers of the zodiac. They're the psychic mediums of the zodiac. And that's the reason why everybody comes to Pisces for advice. How do I know that? Because my mom's a Pisces, right? How do I know that? Because I'm a Pisces. Everybody comes to Pisces for advice, right? So I'm only playing the role I was sent here to play. I'm only doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And that's why I always say, play your position. Play your position. Every single day, play your position. So many wonderful deep divers who are here, deep divers. Once again, hit that like button.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Let's raise the frequency, deep divers.
Much more than how we live. We all came here for a reason.
You are now in the mix.
We're back with a fresh new sound. Calling all stars out there. You know who you are. This is dedicated to you. All to you. We are what? Forever stars. We come and go. Tomorrow's old. Yes. Forever stars. Ooh. I like the sound of this one. Talk to me. And I know we can be so much more than what we are. We can be so much more than how we live. We all came here for a reason of difference.
it's supposed to be. And we are forever stars, of course we are. We shine and glow, illuminate the sky without getting old. Stars shining brightly now. Shine on,
Oh,
shine on.
sing it for me now. Come on.
We are
Yes,
forever stars.
forever stars.
We come and go.
Don't raise your head down, raise your head up.
Tomorrow's old.
You can start now. Start looking up at the sky. Yes, that's better.
Forever stars.
That's what we came here to do.
We are
What we came here to do is just
forever
manifest
stars.
greatness,
We come
abundance,
and go.
joy in our hearts.
Tomorrow's old.
We're not crying on this one. We're not sad or anything like that. We're just celebrating.
Forever
That's what we're made of. We're made of stars. Sing with me. Here today, gone tomorrow.
Whether we like it or not,
Times move fast, seasons change.
it doesn't seem to stop. Dancing in the wind with our eyes closed, enjoying the music that's being played. We move throughout the
I manifest dreams. I was born in the womb of those infinite waters. I look up at the sky, I see greatness. You take away the stars, can you replace them? Don't destroy what you can't build. Most of us, we live to become ill. Will you wake up, smell the coffee? We got a lot of work to do. We all got the tools we need. Should we ever decide to heal our hearts and minds, to see what we are inside, you will always find
the star.
We all came here to experience whatever we need to. We're all on a different journey, a different path, but we all are together in this. So that's why we sing, and that's why we
Forever
move around
stars.
like stars in the
We come
universe.
and go.
We're just here for a short moment,
Tomorrow's
but we are forever changing.
Forever
We don't die, we just multiply, and we are invisible. At the same time, we can be seen. I'm just rambling again. I let the guitar play out on this one. Woo!
Oh yeah, deep divers, forever stars. I had to play that one for you. And I produced that. I sang, I did the rap, I did play the guitar, did everything. Like I say, you know, music is a powerful tool I love to use. Jackie Ryan, you are appreciated. Hit that like button, deep divers. Hit that like button, hit that super chat. Hit that like button, deep divers, share the video. Hit that super chat. Jackie Ryan, you are appreciated. Ukraine and Zelensky are merely puppets for the unloving behavior the West, US, and others exhibits. Unfortunately, it's negatively affecting the entire world now. You know, one of the things I'll tell you, Jackie, is that the whole world is a stage. The whole world is a stage. And that's what Shakespeare said, right? The whole world is a stage. And that's the reason why you have to realize that there's a big stage show going on. There's a big stage show going on. Like I say, you know, you have to make sure you're following yourself, listen to yourself, because you can't trust what you see with your two eyes out there. Most definitely not. You know, trust yourself, focus on yourself, because you know what's best for you. You know, a lot of these people, they're not even balanced themselves. You know, a lot of these people, they're not in the heart space. How on earth can they lead you anywhere? You know, Studio H, you are appreciated. Yes, your own inner truth is what matters the most. Your own inner truth. And like I say, that's why it's so important to connect on that love frequency every single day. Connect on that love frequency every single day. Remind yourself, this doesn't have to be the reality. This is what they want. But this is what you should want even more. And that's why I said, in my reality, there are no wars. Because for a war to take place, there has to be division. There has to be separation. And that's why I told you, when I talk of the great war we're in, it's not just what's going on with Russia and Ukraine. It's happening with the youth. It's happening with young girls, young women who don't like themselves, young men who don't like themselves, grown women who don't like themselves, grown men who don't like themselves. This is the war that's happening. Artists getting taken out. That's the war that's happening. A lot of people disconnected. That's the World War III that's happening. And that's the reason why you want to make sure every single day you're refusing to be a mindless zombie, because that's what they want. They want that you don't question anything. We've got to remind ourselves that humanity is at a very low point, and that's a good thing. Very, very low point. You know, once upon a time on the planet, everything was lush, green. They call it the land of milk and honey. And people lived in peace. You know, they called it the golden age. In ancient Egypt, people lived in peace, and they had this time to create this amazing art. Great hieroglyphics, which means sacred carving. Great work that people still go to today to say, oh my gosh, how on earth did they build those pyramids? People are still in awe, right? But today's generation, inspiration is dwindling, coming short, because there's not a lot of things for people to be inspired about. You know, great art can't come when there's war all around you. You see, because for the greatest art to happen, you must be in the love frequency. Now, a singer can create a piece of music when they've had very, very hard pain, but it's not going to lift you up as much as someone who is on that higher frequency of love. That's the difference. And that's the reason why everything changes. How you create will change. And this is why a new renaissance is coming back. A new renaissance is coming back where people are now reminding themselves that, hey, we got work to do. We got to become superhuman once again. We got to go to the 5D, baby. Because the 3D is done. The 3D is finished. It's over. And that's the reason why you're seeing that it's no longer sustainable. 8 billion people on the planet. And a lot of people haven't a clue, because they're still in a big spell. And what happens with that is that you become a part of the problem. You see, the inorganic ones don't mind if there's a lot of people on the planet. Because the thing is, if there's more ignorance, that means they have more power. And that's the reason why a lot of people are seeing this. And that's why even more so, you got to be on the love frequency. Like I say, deep divers, it's such a powerful live stream. Shout out to everyone who's here. Hit that like button, deep divers. Hit that super chat. Hit that like button. Hit that super chat. And remind yourself. Let me remind you of what the golden age is about.
There's two ways to live. You can be stressed, or you can relax. You can go crazy, or take a moment to see what's just happened. The choice is yours to create balance.
Just dance to the rhythm of the beat. Time to be free. You can find your way out to live free.
It's time to be free, yeah. Be the change that you wanna see. We can make a difference if we open our minds and turn off the TV. Be unique, be yourself, don't copy anybody, just be yourself. Cause at the end of the day, that's all that matters. Trust me, I've been there, been where you don't wanna go on a cold night when it's freezing, frosty, cold, not sunny. But I got up, cause I'm a champion. I keep shining, stay smiling. No, I won't sell my soul. You can't buy me, go on, try me. Yeah, see what happened? So the moral of the story is just be yourself or become someone else. Two options there. Out of the two, what's it gonna be? You decide, you choose.
They wanna know where you're from, where you're going to.
But I live free. Deep divers. Fulfill the dream. I can sing it with you.
Just dance to the rhythm of the beat.
You are now in the mix.
You can find your way out to live free.
Don't let someone tell you you can't do something which you can. The most important thing in life is to know who you are before you know who someone else is. To know thyself.
Be living this life forever and ever. Be living this life forever and ever. Just dance to the rhythm of the beat. Time to be free. You can find your way out to live free.
Deep divers, I just came here to help you raise the frequency. Raising the frequency to help you raise the vibration. It's a beautiful day. And I want to say to all of you who are here, you are appreciated. You are appreciated. You are amazing. You are good enough. You have enough. You do enough. The stars are aligning for you. I can keep it going, deep divers. Deep diver, you are appreciated. Right? So many wonderful deep divers. So like I said, deep divers, trust yourself. Let love guide you and not fear. I want to say much love to each and every one of you. And as always, support the book Feel Alive by Ralph Smart on Amazon. RalphSmart.com/the book. The Good Ass Prana shirts. RalphSmart.com/clothes. And like I say, deep divers, I'll be back. I'll be doing more live streams. Once again, hit that like button. Hit that like button, share the video, and oh, I got another question. We ain't finished yet, deep divers. Like I say, let me shout out to, well, first of all, McGreevy Tim. Hey Ralph, did you see my message sent about the Cassiopeans on Instagram? No. Add me on Instagram, deep divers, at Ralph Smart. Add me on Instagram, deep divers, at Ralph Smart. And send it again. Studio H, you are appreciated. Different levels can be united by the love frequency. Absolutely.
Perfect.
Humanity united by love is the power to heal the planet. So much appreciation to you, Ralph. Absolutely.
Perfect.
Hadouken!
Absolutely. Absolutely. That was that kind of moment. You just hit a truth bomb. That was a truth bomb moment. Shout out to everyone who's here, deep divers. Shout out to everybody who's here. So many wonderful deep divers. Let me pull up this comment and say thank you to Marco Andrews. You are appreciated. Thank you. Marco Andres, you are appreciated. Thanks for all the love and knowledge, man. Hey, you are appreciated. You are appreciated. Thank you. You are appreciated. And deep divers to everyone who's here. I appreciate you. I'll be back. And much love to everyone. Keep diving deep, deep divers. And check out that new video. Because in that video, I really break it down. Today's new video. Go and check it out. Deep divers, I love all of you. One love. Peace.